This is our 2015 Subaru Outback 3.6R test vehicle, and it's a very popular car for Subaru. You see them, the Outback, you see a lot of them. They're selling extremely well, and we like the styling upgrades. Looks really nice. Has the Subaru hexagonal style grille. Looks both classy and sporty too. One thing about the Outback is it has sort of SUV like styling cues, and yet it's really not SUV, it's a wagon. So you do sit up a little higher. It has higher ground clearance than a regular wagon would, so with the standard all-wheel drive you could take it off-road. There's a good traction, full-time all-wheel drive. And this model, which is the 3.6R, it also has an option package, has a lot of extra features. It's actually just about the most loaded Outback that you can buy. Has a nice power remote tailgate. We have some luggage in there. You can see it's very spacious and accommodating. It's got a cargo shade and a nice floor protector, and you can either put the tailgate down by pressing the remote or pressing a button on the edge of the tailgate. Very handy. And all Outbacks are 2 rows. There's no third row seats. And for most people, actually that's just fine because there's a lot of space back here. This would be considered a D segment car. So it's kind of in the same class as an Accord or a Camry. There's rear seat vents. The seats are split and folding, so you can put in a combination of long items and still have room for a passenger or two. Let's take a look under the hood. There we go. Now the neat thing about the 3.6R, this is a 6-cylinder boxer engine, and it's very smooth. It's got really good performance. And if I'm not mistaken, the only other car you can get with a 6-cylinder boxer is a Porsche. So if you're looking for an Outback that has more power and you either want it for driving up hills, we live in a really steep neighborhood, or you just like, you know, the satisfaction of having more power underfoot for accelerating and moving out quickly in the traffic, this is really the way to go. They do offer it in the 3.6R on the top of the line Outback models, so you have to move all the way up to the top in order to get the 6. We've also tested the Outback with the 4, and we think that does just fine for most folks, but it's really nice to have the choice of both. Let's go inside. The interior is really nicely done. It's very comfortable. It's got a lot of high-tech features, technologies, and all kinds of things. This model has push-button start. And very easy to read gauges and center display. You can look at a bunch of different information, toggle through different things. And it also has a center display screen with a bunch of different functions. If it were linked to my phone, and I can't do it because I'm using the phone to do the video, you could use different apps. You can see it's dark, Pandora, Aha, things like that. We have, this has the embedded navigation system. And you can go to the home screen, select a bunch of different things. For example, if you select settings, there's a lot of choices, and you can find a whole bunch of different things with this. You can look at general, adjust things. You can go back to info. We were playing with this earlier. This is kind of a neat thing, the vehicle monitor. If you want to check out, how things are going, this is a great way to do it. Even the vehicle mode with the all-wheel drive. You can go back, and there's an eco monitor too. Tells you lifetime MPG, 23 MPG. That's pretty good for a 6-cylinder. Fuel history, all kinds of neat things. Let's see if it'll give us a weather report. There we go. Nice weather. Oh, a little bit chance of rain tomorrow. How about that? So overall, Subaru has done just a great job with the Outback. There are a lot of different choices in the Outback range. They start at right about $36,000. I'm sorry, this model is $36,000, excuse me. They start in the mid-20s actually, and it's a super good deal with the 4-cylinder. And if you want more equipment and more features and all kinds of neat things, if you're like me and you want to have it all, this model, which is fully loaded, is $36,000. And where else can you get all of this neat features and all-wheel drive and a flat 6-cylinder engine for that kind of price? There really isn't anywhere else you can go. There are, of course, competitors to this vehicle, both from Audi and Volvo and a few others, Volkswagen. But Subaru has such a stellar reputation in this market. They pretty much are the leader in all-wheel drive wagons. And if you're looking at all, to get into this type of vehicle, we do suggest taking a test drive, try it out, see if you like it. This one has the CVT transmission also, and it has a sport mode, which is nice. And there's even paddle shifters. We call them shifters even though CVTs don't really shift, so you can pretend like you're shifting by going up and down with these shifters. So we drove it all the way down to San Diego. We had a great time driving the Outback 3.6R for a week, and we give it a big thumbs up. Subaru has done a great job. We did a little driving on some light-duty trails, and we were in a little bit of sand and some dirt, and it really just runs very, very well. The seats are really comfortable. The interior is comfortable. It's got just about everything you would want in a vehicle like this, without having to step all the way up to an SUV. It's very easy to drive. And again, if you're in the market for an all-wheel drive wagon, especially one with all of these features, and Subaru has a great reputation for quality too. We have a couple friends who have Outback wagons, and they have over, I don't know how many miles, but they have tons of miles on them. And they love it. They're already like on their second or third. So we give Subaru Outback wagon a big thumbs up. Check out the 6-cylinder model. You'll be pleasantly surprised at the performance that it has. Do check out our separate driving video also. And for our full review, go to CarNichiWa.com. Thank you for joining us in the 2015 Subaru Outback 3.6R.